Okay, a very good day to everyone. Alright, here we are going to continue with our next skill, which is speaking skills. We are still dealing with Unit 6 entitled Crime. So these are our learning objective. By the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain information on crimes from provided pictures by comparing two photographs and answering the question posed, focusing on using expression of uncertainty. And also you will be able to explain and justify your feelings on one of the three questions posed in activity 4. Alright, basically you will identify phrases that show the speaker is uncertain. You will describe the similarities and differences in two pictures to answer a question posed, and at the same time you will be able to justify your answers with reasons, examples, or you may use any expressions of uncertainty where necessary. And also you may list the feelings that you can use to explain your answers by providing reasons or example. All right, now let's move on to our first activity. All right, you may refer to your textbook, page 77. There are a few questions there. So ask yourself and answer on your own. Since you are at home now, you cannot do with your partner. So what you have to do is you try to list down or jot down any answers that can be related to the question posed from the textbook. All right, the first one. Do you think crime is a problem where you live? Next question. What sort of crimes are committed? Have you ever witnessed or been a victim of a crime? Next one. How often do you see police officers? And are they on foot, in cars, on motorbikes, or on horses? All right. Personally, for question number 1, do you think crime is a problem where you live now? Okay, I do think crime is in every city surrounding a metropolitan now. Okay, just like most places, I believe people can become a product of their environment. Growing up poor can lead to a lot of headache, and for a young person, it can be difficult to digest when they see things on TV that is impressive to them, or maybe when they notice people they know having things they don't. So in my opinion, it can lead to people doing things that is illegal, like theft, robbery, to gain a better financial status. Alright, next question. What sorts of crimes are committed? It means apa jenis-jenis jenayah that you know. Alright, for example, maybe we can list down arson or burglary, perhaps childhood abuse, cybercrime, or online fraud. Okay, those are the examples. So have you ever witnessed or been a victim of a crime? If no, then it's good for you. If yes, will you mind to share with us later when you come back to school? Alright, so let's move on to activity number 2 from the same page. Alright, sometimes when speaking, you need to show that you are not sure about what you are saying. So you need to state what sort of language can be used to show that you are not sure about what you are saying. Right? You have to be familiar with these phrases so that later you will be able to use it. All right. What are the words? All right. First one, probably. What does it mean? It means mungkin. So when you heard about the word probably, means that you are not really sure on certain things. All right. Next one, I'm not certain. All right, it means I'm not confident enough. I'm not sure about certain things. All right, next, you can use the word but. All right, next one, it is possible. All right, so let me show you different ways to express uncertainty. All right, first one, perhaps or maybe. So these two words are used for saying that you are not certain about something or that something may or may not be true. Perhaps is more formal and is used in writing, while maybe is used more in spoken English. Alright, example. I wondered if perhaps he had changed his mind about attending the party. Or maybe you can say, when can you give me an answer? I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Alright, next one. You can use the word like probably or possibly. So these two words can confuse even to native speakers. Alright, probably is used for saying that something is likely to be true, and possibly that it may be true but you are not certain. Example, if house prices are low, it is probably because there is a lack of demand. Or, would you consider moving to another country for your work? You can answer maybe like, possibly, I'm not sure. Alright, other example is apparently. Alright, this word is used when what you are saying is based on what you have heard, not on what you know is true and therefore fact. Alright, so example is apparently she resigned because she had an argument with her boss. Alright, maksudnya benda tu awak dengar, but you are not really sure sama ada perkara tu betul ataupun tidak. Or maybe there is apparently going to be an announcement about the new CEO tomorrow. Alright, other than that, you can use the word as far as I know or as far as I am aware. Alright, these two expressions are used when you have partial or incomplete knowledge of an issue or fact. Awak ada sedikit pengetahuan about certain issues, but still you are not very sure. So those two expressions can be used to show your uncertainty. Alright, for example, no one has complained as far as I know. Or maybe you can say that as far as I am aware, the invitations to the party have all been sent. Alright, other than that, you can use the word or the phrase to the best of my knowledge. What does it mean? Alright, this phrase is used for saying that you think something is true, but you are not completely certain. this is quite a formal expression. Example, to the best of my knowledge, no similar book has been published. Alright, next one. Alright, not to my knowledge. This is used for saying that you think something is not true, although you are not completely certain. For example, has the report been sent yet? Then you may reply, not to my knowledge. Alright, next please. Alright, I imagine, I suppose, or I guess. Alright, these are used when you think something is probably true, but you can't be sure. Guess is more frequently used in American English, although you can hear it in British English too. Suppose is more characteristic of British English and is often used in the negative. Alright, for example, I imagine they have already left for the airport. Or, it is difficult, I imagine, to keep the same enthusiasm for the job after 30 years. Or maybe you can say that I suppose she must be delighted about getting the job. Or maybe I guess he will want to meet all the team members before the conference. Alright, I hope you found this example useful and helpful, and you will be able to use it later when you want to discuss about our next activity. Alright, so this is exactly activity 2. Read the instruction of activity 2. Alright, there are 2 parts of the task. First, you must complete the sentence about the pictures using the words in the orange box, and then you need to underline the phrases that show uncertainty. So now let's read the instructions. Alright, sometimes when speaking, you need to show that you are not sure about what you are seeing. Look at these pictures and complete the sentence is uncertain. So now let's read the words in the orange box. Alright, let's repeat after me. First word, buckler alarm. Buckler alarm. Second word, radar gun. Radar gun. Third word, security camera. Security camera. Next word, security lock. Security lock. And the last word is speed limit. Speed limit. So you have to complete the sentence following the pictures. Alright, for example, number 1. Following the pictures. Alright, for example, number 1. Can you guess what is the answer for number 1? Alright, what is the first picture? Alright, very good. So number 1 is, this is probably a security camera. Number 2. Alright, 3. This might be a security lock. This might be a security lock. Number 3. What is that? The picture number 3. Very good. I'm not certain, but I guess that this is a radar gun. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is a speed limit. And finally, it is possible that this is a burglar alarm. Alright, so that's how you have to do it. That's how you have to pronounce it. So now let's move to another task. Alright, so read the download box there. When you are asked to compare the two photos, you will also be asked a question which will ask you to think a bit, give your opinion, or guess something. If you are not confident about your answers, it's okay to say that you are unsure so long as you make some sensible suggestions and explain why you made them. So please take note that in this type of task, you will not only have to compare two photos, but you will be asked a specific questions that you will have to answer. If you are unsure of your answer, you may say so, right? Please bear in mind that there are no right or wrong answers to the questions, but you must give sensible answers and explain them. Do remember, in your real SPM, you do not have two pictures to look at and compare as in the B2 first exam. Instead, you have a text or a verbal prompt to discuss. So now let's go through the language bank and make sure you are clear on the phrases and how to use them. Alright, those words taken from the language bank is some additional expressing uncertainty phrases. For example, I'm not certain, but, or you can use the phrases, I'm not 100% really sure, but. Next, the man or woman is probably or possibly, or the people might be, or it is possible or likely that, and finally, I think, or I would guess that. So you may use those phrases taken from the language bank or those phrases that I have shared with you earlier. So the task is work in pairs to answer the questions about the photograph. One of you will be student A and the other will be student B. Use the words and phrases in the language bank to help you. So photograph A and B. There are 4 pictures there. So we go one by one first. Alright, photograph A and B. First, people A must compare the two photographs that is briefly describe their main element. Then, you must answer the specific questions about crimes that you think have taken place. However, people B must reply to one question about the seriousness of the offences. Alright, next one for picture C and D. Firstly, people B must compare the photograph that is briefly describe their main elements, and then you must answer the specific questions about protecting oneself from crime. Okay, So you have to learn, you have to study the pictures before you preparing your dialogue with your partner. Since it is recorded version of the lesson, your task is to prepare your own dialogue and record it. So later, after you have finished watching this video, you must choose your own partner and get ready with your dialogue. I will reach each pair to hear your conversation later. Alright, remember, this is part of your PVD as well. So your task is to prepare the dialogue with your partner. Once you are ready, let me know. I will set the time to call you or maybe video call with you and listen to your conversation. Alright, it is advisable to choose other friends or other partners. Okay, you choose different partners as often as possible, because if you speak with the same partners, you will not be able to extend yourself by making necessary adjustments to your language in order to accommodate stronger or weaker partners. Alright. Okay. The last part of the task is activity 4. Alright, this one, what you have to do is you have to give me the answer via the link that I will attach later below the description. Alright, the question is, the first one, what can communities do to help reduce crime in their area? Secondly, what things do you think cause people to turn to crime? And finally, do you think prisons should train prisoners so they can start a new career when they leave? So I will definitely provide you with the link. You have to write down your name as usual and your class and of course the answers before you click on the submit button. Okay? Alright, so that's all for speaking lesson for today's class. Thank you for watching this video and see you